right, people. We'll give us a live. Uh-oh. Somebody done dinging me. Hang on. Yeah, I ain't worried about them. All right, we're going to try to go live, do some striper fishing. I don't know. Right now, it looks like it's doing okay. I won't really know until after I watch if it's going to lag or not. If it turns out, we'll cut it off and try something different. I do have my GoPro, and I'll have some good footage one way or the other. But yeah, we'll try to go live for a few minutes. I'm putting my phone in my holder here, and we'll see. Well, about all we can do is try it and see what happens. I ain't gonna promise nothing. If anybody would come on here and let me know, hey, a tad law, what are you trying to say, man? Is it dragging, lagging, or whatever? Because if it is, I'm not gonna fool with it. Just let me know, POA, if it's dragging or not, lagging or whatever you want to call it. Right now it's good. All right, well, maybe when I get away from this wall here in a minute, it'll stay decent. I don't know. We'll try it and see what happens. I ain't gonna promise nobody nothing, but we'll see what happens. They're getting ready to kick the water on, hopefully, here in just a minute. So, oh goodness, I've been laying here tied up on this wall in the shade, taking a quick nap. That's what you do, right? Get away from the wall. It does pause from time to time. Get away from the wall. Okay. All right, I'm gonna coast out here because that water's getting ready to come on any time. And boy, the boats are stacking in here now. I see a couple kayaks. I bet Tennessee Jack's is up here. At least one kayak. I can't tell from here, but we'll see what happens. Oh, there's people on jet skis up here. That's stupid. All right, I'm away from the wall. We'll see what happens. Let me try to turn my phone a little bit this way. You just have to let me know what it's looking like. The last thing I want's a freaking lagging show here, if you know what I'm saying. I do have my GoPro, so I'll have good footage one way or the other. I just thought I would try to see if I can. I'm hoping because the skies are clear and I get away from the wall here, maybe it'll stay clear. I'm trying to break the 300 mark this evening. I'm at 294. Met a couple cool ladies down at the dock a minute ago that's in kayaks, and they saw that I had a rig on, and they wanted to look at it and see what, because they were heading over to the bait store to get one. A couple of people told them that's what they needed to get, so I showed them what I got, and yeah, I'll show you real quick. It came pre-rigged. There you go. My phone looks crooked as crap, but I guess it is what it is, right? I don't know. It looks like it's going to be crooked no matter what I do there, so I guess I'll just leave it be. You know what that sound is? The water is on. So I guess we're gonna find out here shortly what's happening. I'm gonna go ahead and space myself out here just a little bit away from this wall so I don't get sucked into it. Got a little bit of a breeze blowing, so that feels good. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, I made me a camera mount for my phone, and it looks like I got it a little bit crooked, so I may have to fix that, but for now it'll do. The wind's blowing me around a little bit. Like I said, the breeze feels good. I'll take it. I don't know how good a 36-pound thrust trolling motor is going to do with 12 volts up here. I may, once I start drifting, I may not be able to come back up. I imagine once they kick the water on, it'll probably be a few minutes before it gets good. We'll see. They ain't kicked it on yet, but it's coming here in just a minute. I hope it stays clear like that. Right now it looks pretty good. I see two different kayaks. One that looks like Tennessee Jacks up at the dam. I don't know if that's him or not. A sip of water while it gets good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 boats. Well, 2 kayaks and 6 boats. Okay, now they're kicking the water on. We'll see. We'll see. Here comes the water. All right, I appreciate everybody watching. We are fishing below Melton Hill Dam. They've just kicked the water on, and we're striper fishing this evening. Hopefully we'll get into some fish. That's my goal anyway. We'll see. We'll see. I appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm at 294, I think. I'm hoping I'll bust the 300 mark this evening. So anybody watching, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Help me get that 300 mark. I'm gonna ease out away from this guy. I think he's on spot lock or something, so I don't want to run into him. Go ahead and ease out just a little bit into where the current's going to be going. And I'll give it just a minute to kind of get it moving here. We'll see what happens. Water's just now starting to get almost down to me. Reckon we'll have a good evening? So you reckon we'll have a good evening? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize you were listening. So. Go ahead, man. I know, man. I was supposed to get going at 4. I've been up here an hour waiting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I tried to test right. Out here it comes.
Yeah.
It happens. Looking forward to it.
Me too, man. Good luck.
Yeah, you too.
It looks like Tennessee Jack's up there, but I can't tell if that's him or not.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a little crowded, but it could be all right.
Yeah. And of course, I hung up right off the rip. I definitely have to speed this thing up, so I'm going to keep it off the bottom. There we go. All right. Didn't take long to get hung up. I'm gonna move into the current here real quick. Try to keep from getting hung up. Jeepers. Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you checking in with us. I'm hoping we'll get into some stripers this afternoon. They just kicked the water on, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm just gonna make a couple initial runs here and see if I can pick anything up. Bumping the bottom ever here and there. So I'm just going to make a run and then I'm going to work my way back up. Let me see see if I can get this undone real quick. Because the last thing I want to do is lose this immediately before we even get going good. There we go. There we go. Right here. I highly recommend anybody that's trying this shit better have a life jacket on. And it's required by law anyway. When you get below the dam. I'm wearing an automatic inflatable. Hopefully it'll automatically inflate if I go in, but I mean I've been out this boat, I don't know, 30, 40 times at least now, and I've never fell out of it. I've never been rocked over. I've had lots of boats go by, but nobody's ever knocked me out of it, so hopefully it won't be an issue. I suspect it'll take a little bit for the fish to start hitting good. When they first turn the water on, it does take a little while. And the one thing, I'm not going to let this thing sink much because you get hung up here, it's really hard to get it undone. I've already hung up twice and managed to get it back loose, so lucky there. You feel that bottom, boy, you better be ready to rip up on it. I do wish I had spot lock. Man, that'd be nice. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, my stuff's hung up here a little bit. There we go. That is the one thing about these rigs. They are horrible for tangling up. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and bring my boat back upriver. I fully charged my batteries on everything. So hopefully I won't have any problem fighting this turn. I think if I stay off to the left side of it, I'll be able to pretty well get back up here without too much problem. Kind of stay to the left of the damn water current. I got hit by somebody slinging lead. Try this again. Kick out into the swift water, take a cast, get down with it, see what happens. Yeah, maybe that was. Right now it's live, so we're going to just deal with it. I'll make a cast. I'm not going to let this thing go downhill on me too fast. You get hung, it's hard to get loose. That's the bottom or something up here. Kind of felt like something smacked it, but I don't know for sure. I do have a top water plug tied on too, just in case. And of course, this thing's going to stay in a tangled up mess for the biggest part, looks like. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Get angled here. Okay, let's try this. Just the bottom. I think I'm just going to be solidly reeling it in because this thing's hitting bottom really fast. And I will let you guys know if I see anybody catching any. Because that helps kind of boost your confidence about seeing something getting caught. Me catching any, you know, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not sure if kayak is the premier way to do this. But it's not as bad as I afraid it might be. First time fishing up here with the water on. Jeepers peepers. Paul's my moderator. Paul's Outdoor Academy. Check out his channel too, guys. He is right at the 3,000 mark if he's not already there. 3,000 subs. Got a lot of good fishing on his channel. A lot of working on stuff like boats and trailer lights and how to convert your trailer plug lights to this and that and all kinds of good stuff. And that's my brother, by the way. We help support each other's channel. suspect it'll take at least 30 minutes for the fishing to get good, because when that water first kicks on, a lot of them fish are not even up here. They just start swimming upstream as soon as it gets going. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ease back up. I pretty much gotta run this thing almost, well, pretty much wide open to get back up. So I'm gonna keep it going here. Oh yeah, I can tell now that we're full swing. And it's gonna take a minute to get back up there. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to end up having to convert to 24 volts and a bigger trolling motor if I'm going to do this much. I'm on wide open. Well, it says I'm making 2 miles an hour, so I'm moving a little faster than I thought I was. Back up real quick. Take a chance to look at the phone here for a minute. "17 people watching. Holy cow. Hope some of you are already subscribed. How you doing, buddy? It turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day considering how it started out. It was pouring the rain this morning. I do kind of wish it was a little overcast, though. It seems to lend helpfulness to the catching fish, especially striper. They're light sensitive. Yeah, we'll work my way back up and try to get enough cast in. We'll see what happens. We are at Melton Hill Dam. For those of you who don't know where I'm at, I said it earlier when I first got on here, but there was only a couple people watching at that time. So Melton Hill Dam, and that's in Tennessee, just a little ways out of Knoxville. I'm glad I fully charged my lithium battery last night. It's going to take it. It's going to take it and some. Everybody's got it lined up through there, so I really can't go much further up without, taking a chance on tangling up with somebody. Like, just can't seem to get much closer because there's so many boats. So I'll just do what I can do here. The man has spot lock. He can pull into one spot and hold still. I can't do that. I can leave it on low, but I would have to constantly kind of be working the control handle to keep me in one place. And it seems like when you're being still, it's a lot easier to get hung up. In my book. All right, let's see what happens here. Off that bottom. As soon as I feel it bump it, boy, I'm moving it. gotta be a better way to cast this when this doesn't happen, but I'm not sure what it is. Probably would be better if I was using a bait caster where I can keep tension on it.
Look about that. I got it straight.
Back. In that length of time it took me to straighten that up, I already lost where I was going to fish. I'm going to try to go a little bit further up this time, see what happens. 26 people watching, wow. Man, I appreciate you guys watching. As you can see, this place is a freaking madhouse. There's a crap load of people in here fishing. I mean, it's boat to boat in here right now. I kind of was hoping I'd have it, you know, maybe just 2 or 3 boats. Because when I first got here, there was only literally like 2 or 3 boats in here. But the closer it got to time for the water to come on, they started piling in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to worm my way in between some folks here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. I'm seeing an opening here. I'm going to squeeze in up next to this other guy in a kayak. Try to anyway. I hope everything's going good so far. Where is this? We're at Melton Hill Dam in Tennessee. It's near Knoxville. Let me see if I can read your name here real quick. Leanne Crimes. Cool. I like the name. Thanks for telling them, POA. I appreciate it, Bubba. I'm concentrating so much on trying to keep the boat going. And I do believe that's Tennessee Jacks right there in front of me. In that green boat. I'm almost positive that's who that is. Looks just like it. Alright, here we go. One more. Looks like he's hung up too. Not on the fish, but on the bottom. Alright, here we go. He's gonna make a cast. It looks like no matter how I do this thing, it is going to tangle, no matter how I cast it. That's the pitch, dude. I may change over to a single bait here in a minute, just to keep from having to fight that, because with this swift water, you don't want to be having to mess with something every time you make a cast. But I know I stand a better chance of getting a fish on this A-rig. Multiple baits is always better than a single. I feel it just bumping the bottom. which is good. You want it near the bottom because that's where the fish are at. And I'm gonna go ahead and probably get another cast in. We'll see what happens here. Like I said, usually when they turn that water on, it's between 30 minutes and an hour before the fishing gets good. But I suspect that later in this afternoon it's probably going to get really good. Oh, I'm not on a fish either. All right, let me keep this boat around, see if I can get other stuff. Get them hung in here. It is a trick to get them unhung. You got to get above it or back ahead of it so you can get it loose. Which means you have to catch your line up in that swift water. Ah, it came loose. Yes. It came loose. I can't believe it. I'm gonna lay that right there for a minute. And I'm gonna attempt to see what I'm gonna do. This is gonna sound crazy. I think I'm gonna go in behind this boat and I'm gonna go right up the wall and I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna shoot out between them boats to do a drift that way, where I get a little bit longer drift. That's my game plan anyway. We'll see. Half blind, I can't hear too good. Crane. Ooh, I just saw a fish jump, but I think it was carp. Pretty sure it was carp. Oh, Leanne Crane. I'm sorry. I thought it said Leanne Crimes. My bad. Yeah, half blind is right. You can ask my brother. I appreciate you watching, Leanne. Yeah, like I said, we're trying to break the 300 mark. My brother's at the 3,000 mark, and I'm at the 300 mark. I guess that shows who's a better fisherman. He said he might come up here after a while. I don't know. I guess he's probably waiting on me to give him a good fishing report. So I don't know. I'll let you know, bro, as soon as I see anything happening. Right now, I ain't seeing much of nobody catching anything yet. I got to figure out where I'm going to make my break in here. You love fishing? Oh, that's cool. That's Bologna. We're both good fishermen. He's had his channel a little bit longer than mine, and he does, I mean, I'll just hand it to him. He does better quality videos. Me, I've always sort of, pardon the French, but half-assed everything, so I guess I shouldn't expect too awful much more for the effort I put in. I fish more because I like it than I do anything else, but, oh man, I don't know. I think I'm going to piss somebody off if I do this. So I better not. I'll tell you what. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna make somebody mad. What's gonna happen? I'm not gonna do that. Don't want to make nobody mad. I just have to determine how I want to do this. One problem is people are anchored. They just use their spot lock and they just don't move. And so it doesn't, you just can't get a word in edgewise, if you know what I'm saying. That's the problem. Let me straighten my phone up a little bit. There we go. It got sideways on me. You just subscribed. Well, thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. I really do. I wished I could catch some fish to show you guys. Maybe we will here in a little bit. We'll see. It's, like I said, it's kind of early yet. The water's not been on very long. And it may just take a little bit for me to catch anything or to see if anybody else is catching anything. Right now, honestly, I'm not seeing anybody catch nothing. So I don't feel like it's anything I'm doing wrong. I think it's mostly just because the water's not been on very long yet. We'll see. Well, I know one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play time with boats was. I suppose I could take a little. I could throw this sign of these people and see if I can drag one out of this back out of here. Sometimes you can actually catch them over in the slower water. I'll try it for a minute and see what happens. I will probably have to slide out into the swifter water though to do any good. Every time I pull this thing in, that's what it's like. I might as well be casting the tin out there to catch something. Oh, that is the downside to rig, is that they can be very tricky to keep halfway straight. Well, I definitely fish to be having fun. It's not so much to catch fish. That's a good thing, because I'd have gave that up a long time ago. Kind of like hunting. You do it just to get out in the woods and get away from everybody, whether you see anything or not. I do have a top water plug though. I'm hoping maybe a little bit later this afternoon that that they'll actually start hitting top water. If they do, that is really fun to watch. Because when they hit the top water after a plug, it sounds like somebody's diving into the water. I tell you what, boy, now that sun is out, it is warm. It is warm. And we'll do the old Mexican hat trick. Get my hat down. Ooh, instant brain freeze. Is that damn Calhoun, or on this side is that? Across the dam. Is that 321? Oh, what's up, John? 321's not far from here. That would be more like Loudon Dam. I think 321 goes across Loudon. This is 95, I believe, that goes across Melton Hill. All right. Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, it's who knows? I'm hoping that we'll catch some fish. Right now, though, honestly, I've not seen anybody catch one yet, so I don't feel like I'm really missing out on too much, as a matter of fact. I am, since I am sitting right here, I am tossed right there. And I hope I catch one over there closer to the turbines. Ooh, I just saw a big fish jump, and that did not look like a carp. That looked like a striper. And I got a boat coming in behind me. I guess they're going to cut around me and get back out in the swift water. Try to get one more cast in here before I do anything. We'll see what happens. And I may literally just have to get over in that swifter water to catch some fish. A lot of times that's the only way you can catch them, is just right over in that swift water. Alright. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spin around here. And I'm going to go ahead and shoot out into the swift water. I'm going to shoot out around you guys and take a drift down real quick. Here we go. We're fighting the rapids now. I'll turn my camera on real quick just in case. Yeah, wait just a minute, brother. After hitting the bottom there for a second. Rush on a little bit further. Here we go. Alright, here we go. I could have swore I told her I was going live. I'll have to get back with her in a minute. Oh, she's going to ding me to damn death until I answer it. Good gravy. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. My wife don't understand it when you're live. She's saying it's choppy. I'm sure it probably is. I'm sure it probably is. I don't know why. I mean, you can make phone calls out here. You can do anything you want, but when it comes to doing live, that seems to be an issue. Yep, on the bottom. I'll probably lose this A-rig trying to get it this time. We hung in pretty tight. Maybe, we'll see. I can't believe I got it loose. Wow. I don't know how many more times I can do that and get away with it. I keep getting it back, but man, every time. Sorry, babe, if you're still watching. Didn't mean to get aggravated. Thanks, POA, for answering his question. I thought he was talking about Loudon Dam, but I got hung up when I was talking to him and lost my concentration on what I was doing there. See, what amazes me is how many times people come up here and fish and they'll absolutely wear them out, and you come back 2 days later and not a fish caught nowhere. It just blows my mind. It's like they all just packed their bags and hauled it down the lake somewhere. So I'm gonna stop this camera up here because there ain't no sense filming dead stuff. Is it still real choppy, guys? John, Jerry, everybody, I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know if it's still choppy, PK. I'd almost rather not do a live at all if it's just really horrible looking. Slide in here and take another drift. Maybe I won't get hung up this time. looks great. Good, good. Yeah, that's what Reddit was trying to tell me a minute ago, that it was getting choppy. I guess it probably will some from time to time. She's probably watching on TV. She don't know how to get on the actual phone and make comments there. I'm gonna have to teach her how to do that, so that I don't have to find her trying to answer her text. Love her hard. She's my biggest fan. Sorry. The problem with not having any kind of spot lock. Back before they had spot lock, people would come up here and they would drift. Everybody would take turns. You go up, you get in line, you drift down. Now everybody wants to anchor down on one spot. And people like me, who just do the old-fashioned drift, has to get in everybody's way, piss everybody off. Kind of aggravating. It is a beautiful day, or it turned out to be a beautiful day. Good day to be out here. Let's make another cast before I go back up. Sometimes you can actually catch fish further down before they really get up in there good. But like I said, I'm not seeing anybody catch anything yet. I see a dead one floating in the water. Somebody probably gut hooked it or fought it too long. Thing with stripers is when you catch one, they give you every ounce of energy they got. They fight tooth and nail. It's like trying to grab a tiger by the tail. And so when you do fight one and it takes a while to get it in, you need to hold him in the water for a few minutes and let him revive, let him get his breath back, so to speak, before you let him go. And it's really not good to hold one out of the water for any length of time. I've seen people hold them up, take 15 pictures, and show everybody on the banks. And a lot of times that fish will die. So you're better off pulling one in real quick, get a picture, lay it back into the water, swish it around a minute, and let it go. In fact, a lot of people wait till it kind of bites down on their hand before they'll let them go back in the water, just to make sure that they're ready to swim off. So. Looks like the crowd's thinning out a little bit. May have a few people that's given up already. But I know how this game works too, and it's not always so cut and dry. Sometimes you got to get up here and fish a while before you see any caught. Take the time to look at the phone real quick. Summer 700. What's the best way to catch bass? Oh man, I tell you. Oh yeah, I'll stay safe out here, Lynn. The best way to catch bass for beginner people fishing for bass. A couple of things. If you can go through the week when there's not so many people in the water, that's a good thing. You can use artificial worms with a hook, you know, a hook like that, and a bullet weight, what they call a bullet weight. worm on with that bullet weight on it, throw it out on the bottom, and just ease it back a little at a time. That is one of the easiest ways to catch fish, and it works just about all year round. That's a good question, Summer. If you're just starting to fish, it can be intimidating to try to figure out how to catch fish. But if you want to catch any fish, or just go fish to have fun and fish, just get you some night crawlers and a small hook and a floater about 3 foot away from the hook. You'll catch bluegill, crappie, small bass. You'll catch a lot of stuff. Caught one yet? They were in here good the other day. Tell you what, guys, they are definitely slow this evening, but I don't know, maybe it'll get better here shortly. I'm trying to decide what to do next. Put around. Back around here and think about this for a second. What I'm gonna try is to cast it behind some of these guys. Pick up some that's coming off to the sides here. You never know. I kind of, just between me and you, I wish this jackass here would move. I hope nobody knows who that is. But he is right in the best spot fishing where I can't get in there sideways with him. Yeah, do that, Summer, because if you like to fish, get out there and go. Just go anywhere. Find you a creek and fish in it. That's where I caught a bunch of fish growing up, was in the creeks. I'm going to change that around a little bit so you can see that. Growing up, we had a creek close to our house. And me and my brother would go wade it all the time. It wasn't but about 2 or 3 foot deep. Some spots was up, deep enough to swim in. We would take crickets, grasshoppers, worms, anything and everything trying to catch fish. Now, it looks like this guy in front of me may have a fish on finally. We'll see. I think they're fishing with live bait though. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. He popped back up. I cannot tell if he actually caught a fish or not. If he did, it was a minnow. Because you couldn't even see it. How you doing, buddy? Shoot out here real quick. Tennessee Jacks?
No, he's actually my good friend now.
Yeah, okay.
the exact same pattern.
You kind of look like each other there. Yeah, okay, cool. I know I'm pissing that guy off in that boat behind me. Ain't a whole lot of nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it except fish. I bet that was Lee. Tennessee Jacks talks about his friend Lee. Well, there we go. All right. Guys, I'm telling you, where's the fish? Where's the fish? They are dragging today. I had hoped I could get into some stripers for you guys, but I don't know. We'll see. They ain't over yet. Almost felt like a fish hit that. Might have been a smaller stripe. Yeah, I thought that guy in that kayak was Tennessee Jacks, but it wasn't. He said he was going to be out here tomorrow. I guess maybe he figures there won't be as many people out here. I don't know. Fish are in here good. It's hard to find a day when there are not people in here fishing. I'm going to creep up. I did notice he was top water fishing though already. And I'm gonna keep a close eye on him because you never know. I probably shouldn't be talking about other people's channels while I'm fishing. But that guy fishes a lot of the local lakes I fish in, and so it's one easy way for me to find out what's hitting where. And there ain't no harm in cheating a little, if you know what I mean. Living people. I appreciate y'all watching. I really do. Maybe, just maybe, something will happen here shortly. I don't know. I know they're running the water till it was going to be 4 to 7. They changed it 5 to 10, so I won't be staying that late, of course. I'll probably stay till about 7:30 or something, then I'll ease on out of here. Upstream, 3.3 miles an hour. I think current, that ain't too bad for a 36-pound thrust. Ew, dead fish. Big drum, catfish been eating on it. Ew, nasty. Let me straighten my phone up. There we go. Good gravy. One thing is this sun don't help. If it was cloudy, I guarantee you the fish would be back there. But that seems to be a lot of it. It's that sun shining. Like I say, striper or light sensitive. Alright, we're gonna go in for a kill here. What happens. Let's get it out here while we get together. Nice if I could just catch one just to see what's going on. All rattled up again. Sorry I'm not paying much attention to my phone, guys. This type of fishing, if you make a cast, you cannot look at your phone or you will get hung up as sure as the world. Pull my glass down so I can see a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, I've got an audience. I appreciate it, guys. I wish I could catch y'all a fish. But that's the way it is up here. Either they're on or they're off. The water has just now been on for an hour, so it may get good here shortly. Like I said, it does take a while for them to catch up to speed once that water starts. I gotta watch my depths too, because it's so easy to get hung up in this water. There we go. I am using 15-pound braid. Which is pretty tough. It might be just a shade light for striper fishing, but being in a boat, you can run them down. If he runs upstream, I can chase him upstream. If he runs downstream, I can drift after him. I am gonna try a little further out cast here though. Or a little further down from the dam here, just to see if maybe I can pick up one down here. one more cast in here. Let's see. You never know. They may just now be getting her here. Not likely. I know one thing, boy, it don't take long to get away from that dam. That water moving on like that. All right. I am gonna go ahead and make a break for it and go back up before I get any further down. It takes a minute to get back up there. Give me a second to look at my phone here real quick. 11 people watching. All right. Make sure and hit that like button at least. And I do like your comments. It shows that you're watching, and if I can answer any questions, let me know. I first started coming to this dam when I was, man, I don't know. I'd have to ask my brother what he remembers. Seemed like when we was probably 8, 9 years old, maybe, when Dad felt like we were big enough not to fall in and drown, you know. He'd bring us up here and we would catch shad. Big old river herring, you know, we'd catch 2 at a time. Tie on 2 dog flies about that far apart. And we'd throw it out there in that swift water stand on the bank here, and we'd catch them things all day long. And then when we was 13 or 14, somewhere in that neighborhood, he started hearing about these big stripe that was in here. And so I remember me and him the first time we came up here, I was using a top water plug, a devil's horse, I think it was, black and white, about that big. And I caught one literally just a few feet from the bank. It splashed water on me, it was so close. And about scared me half to death, but boy, when he grabbed it, he ran with it. And he was probably 12 pounds, maybe. But 13, 14-year-old, 12 pounds might as well have been 100 pounds. It was an absolute blast. And got a picture. My brother's got one in his boat, I think, or in his truck, of my dad holding about a 25 pounder that came from here one winter. Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Man.
You go down here, make a big circle.
Try something different, yeah. Yeah, my dad would stand by this big sign right over there. We'll stand right there up there and find that. There you go. That big sign where that big prop for the turbine is. He'd stand right there. He'd go up there and fish. He'd go right up against the dam and fish. And we'd come up early in the morning, use a red fin or a devil's horse, and fish it right on top of the water. Man, what a lot of fish we've caught over the years doing that. My dad said he could remember before they dammed this up. I think they dammed it up in '56 maybe, or something like that. It used to just be a river running through here, Clinch River. And you could catch sauger and walleye and all kinds of stuff in here, which you still can, but it is a little bit different since they dammed it up. I noticed when I got here, this water was considerably clearer than it is right now. And I guess where we had all that rain, when they turned it on, I noticed it got a little bit murky. And that could possibly be having something to do with it too. Get out here and make another run out into the swift water, and we'll see what happens. I'd like to at least, if I could just catch one good sized striper, that'd be awesome. Right here, got a nice big wide gap. We'll see what happens. Go for it again here. On the bottom. Alright, let me get it upstream here real quick. Up here in this swifter water is a little harder to get loose. Mountain current and looks like it's going to come loose, guys. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. It came loose. I'm going to really stay diligent on this thing, boy. Ooh. That felt more like a fish. The bottom, when you hit the bottom, it just goes ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. This went brrr. So that may have been a smaller striper or a white bass hit that. That really did feel more like a fish. Or big river herring, they'll smack at it too. Oh shit. Sorry, dude. My bad. Need to look behind me more. You know what kills me about this place? That guy watched me start drifting right towards him, and he never moved. He just kept right on going. I guess he was waiting to see if I was going to hit his boat. Jackass. Oh man. I did feel like a fish a minute ago, so I'm gonna go make another run. I think what I'm gonna do though, before I get all the way up there, I think I'm gonna change out what I've got on here. That. I got some swing impact fat Kitex, 3.3 inch shad color. And I'm gonna see if that makes any difference. May not. It could be the color I'm using. They may just not like this color. I don't know. But what I do know is that I ain't catching the fish. So I'm changing colors and baits all together. I'm gonna run to a wall. Careful. There we go. I'm just gonna toss them in there for now. They ain't hooked them exactly. Hook up, I think. That's what I'm guessing anyway. Yeah, okay. Alright, switching baits. I'll look at my phone here in a minute and check for messages in just 1 second, guys. See, I apologize for not doing that more often. Sometimes I get on here and get to fishing and just don't pay enough attention to what's going on around me. But it could make the difference in catching fish and not catching fish by changing colors here. This does look more like a shade color, what I'm using here. So we'll find out here in a minute. We'll find out. All right, totally different setup here now. Ooh, they were salty. Salty, salty. I'm just gonna lay them back in this pack so they don't get messed up. Put them right back in there. And we're gonna make another run. Let's see. Let me look at my phone here real quick. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. I had that one hit a minute ago. I'm pretty sure it was a fish because it went brrr. I mean, it was vibrating the rod. It wasn't just a. It wasn't just a smack on the bottom. I'll tell you what. I got nothing against spot lock. Trust me. But up here, it's just gonna make it really difficult for me to get in and out around these guys. Because if you look, none of them's moving. They're all sitting in one spot. They're not moving. About all I can do is shoot in between them and drift down and hope for the best. Well, I'd like to tell you they're really wearing them out up here, but they're not. But the only way you're going to find that out is to come up here and try it. See what I am going to do. I'm going to fish right along this wall right here. Because sometimes you can pick up bass, small mouth, large mouth, right along this wall. And you're not having to fight other boats to do it, so we'll see. I'll probably catch a drum. My brother caught a good, I shoot 4 pounder or better, if I remember right, smallmouth right along this wall. Last time we was up here, well, not the last time, a few times ago we were up here fishing. Tell you what I'm gonna try. Just for the heck of it. Maybe I can catch one coming around into this corner of this wall. They do it. I know. I've seen people stand on that wall and catch fish. Right out toward that wall, swift the water. Let's see what happens. Put my boat in reverse for a minute, keep me from getting pulled in. I do know this, if I catch much of one right in here, I'll probably have to run down river with it to get it in. Red Fishing said hi. What's up, Red Fishing? How you doing today, man? Glad you checked in. Now, is that red fishing as in red fish, like at the ocean? Or just a red-headed country boy who goes by red fishing? An Irishman.
try to get a little more cast out here.
And then I'll have to do something or I'll get sucked in over there by the turbines. Last thing I want to do. Spin around here. Circle here. There we go. Put this thing in reverse. Get sucked in over there. We'll try that. See if that makes a difference. Now that sun. About got hung. About got hung. Get away from that wall, because what'll happen is you get sucked in behind there and you'll end up going right over into the turbines. And that is not what I want to do in this boat. What it do, what it do, what it do. Get one or two cast in right here while I'm kind of sitting in one spot. I don't want to creep up on these guys too quick. His nose turned around real quick if I can. I'll go ahead and go for it. Go out this way. Away from everybody. I feel like it's just a matter of time before I launch into something. I made a good pass with that one. Didn't hit the bottom or nothing. Didn't get hung up. Didn't hang anybody on the bank. Can't believe it. Oh man. There we go. Ain't as hung up as it has been in the past. So I'll nose around here real quick. There we go. Drift into somebody. Yeah, a minute ago that boat, I'm pretty sure he was on spot lock, and I was drifting right towards him, and he didn't say a word. He was waiting on me to just bang into him, I guess. Like I said, I got nothing against spot lock, but the way people used to fish up here for striper, yes, they would go up, they'd cut into the swift water, they'd shut off their motor, and they'd drift down. And that's how people done it for years. And then spot lock come out, and you can get your boat to just set in one spot, you know, and that's fine and dandy. But it guys like me in a little kayak that don't have spot lock can't just hold up in one spot and sit there, you know, get by for a position and get in it and then just stay there. And you certainly do not want to throw an anchor out here. absolutely do not want to throw an anchor out here. That's a death sentence in a kayak, or at least it's a wet sentence. I'm 61 years old. My butt gets sore. Like y'all needed to know all that. Oh man, I'm gonna miss this water. If I saw any fish busting top water, I'd be using it. I've got a Zero spook tied on just in case, but I haven't even seen any fish jumping top water, so I don't know. I don't know what they want today. I can say this, I'm not seeing a lot of minnows on the depth finder. And that's telling me that they're just probably not in here that good. The water's been on pushing 2 hours. Let's see. Remember that time on that thing is right or wrong. Yeah, I feel like let's see what time it is. Well, I cannot tell what time it is. But anyway, Jerry Solomon. No, I haven't caught anything yet, Jerry. It has been phenomenally slow. One of the guys that I watch on YouTube fish up here put out a video this past Wednesday, and he caught probably 5 or 6 stripers, one big white bass. And now, yeah, he didn't do it in 5 minutes time, but he, over the course of a couple hours, he caught several nice fish. That's why I wanted to come up here today, because I thought for sure they were going to run the water for 3 hours, and that's usually plenty of time for the fish to get going good. And then you have a couple hours after they get going good to fish and catch them. I think it takes consistency, like 2 or 3 days in a row of them running it for 3 or 4 hours. Because we've not had so much rain and all that, the water's lower than usual, and they're not kicking on the turbines as much, and it's just sporadic at best. The last 3 or 4 days I've checked it, they've been running it from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., 1 hour. And that sounds consistent every day like that, but for an hour it's not consistent. That's just barely enough time for the fish to even really start getting interested in coming up into the swift water and taking bait. So yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 boats on spot lock up here, and it's hard to compete with them. Do. So I'm gonna take a couple of casts down this long just to see if I can catch anything at all. Drum, I'd take a drum right now, or a carp, just to have a bite. Maybe it's because I don't have a clear leader on. I'm using braid straight down to the line, to the A-rig. I don't know. It's green line. It blends with the water well. I don't know. It could have something to do with it, I suppose. But the only clear line I got with me is 10 pound, and this is 15 pound braid. And I thought if they are 20 pound stripers in here, safer using straight braid.